In this session we're going to have a look at how to export clients from CRMHaven out to an external file. Now the way that we export clients is down here we click on the options button and choose export clients. Now it's only a small window, but there's actually a lot available in here. First of all, we choose what particular rows we want. So you can see here we've got only 14 clients showing. We actually have over 600 clients in total. 14 of them are visible, 2 of them are marked. So when we come down here and choose the amount of rows, we can choose either just the marked rows, so that it would choose only 2 and they have to be visible, or we can choose the current clients. That's all the ones that are currently visible here. That would export 14 of them. Or we can say that we want to export all clients, and that would export all 600 plus clients, whether they are hidden or no contact or duplicate. It's still going to export them all. So that's what all would do. And finally we have the ability to export a blank template. So that will export 0 clients. No clients will be exported, just the headings. Now in our circumstance we're just going to choose to export 2. You can these 2 that are marked. You can increase the number that are marked if you want to. It's up to whichever one of those you may want to do. The next item down here is which particular columns of data we're going to export. Okay, we've got those 2 here. Currently we have only 2 columns that are visible. There are, I think, over 70 or 80 different possible columns, in other words field types of information on every client that is in the whole database. So we can choose down here either those which are currently displayed, in which case it would just export these 2 columns here, or we can say all, in other words every single, even though they're not displayed, every single column type. We can choose to separate the information from the client and the organization. So whereas we have a particular user here and their organization, which would normally be exported in the one file, what it can do is it can sort out who are the unique organizations from the unique people and put them into 2 separate files. Further down we have Orbit 1. Orbit 1 is a program used under Windows to be able to import and export information from Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So this product is designed to be able to get information in a format suitable for Orbit 1. As well as we have the ability to import things from Orbit 1 as well. Finally, we have the ability to choose custom fields. So we have under the in each client themselves can have a number of separate fields. What it does is it chooses your default group, makes those headings for your default groups custom fields, puts them across the top of the spreadsheet, and then puts the data, not this the normal column data, but the custom field data, puts it into the export field. Further down here we have the export map. We saw that when doing an import that we could get it to translate information coming in from other systems where it uses different headings. It'll translate them to the headings that CRMHaven uses. Also certain data values like pick lists and things, where numbers it can turn into text values. Now this export map works in reverse. So if I click on here, choose the map here, then what it does is for this information it will come down and choose the particular CRMHaven headings here, and instead substitute from your map the particular heading type, and where you have particular values for those headings, it can translate from the more textual format that used in CRMHaven into the pick list or other values that you may have in the export map. Okay, remembering that the import map and the export map are exactly the same format, exactly the same file. You can use the same file for both. Once we choose the rows and columns, we can determine what format the file is going to be in. We can have it in Excel format, which is an XML format, which can be read into Excel, or we can have a comma delimited or comma separated value file, which puts quotes around text but numbers it leaves as it is, or tab separated value files, or plain TXT files, so that it'll export the data, and wherever there's a break from one field to another, it'll use a tab. So I'm going to leave it as the default, which is marked, just those two marked there, just the currently displayed values, which is these two columns here. Comma separated value is fine, sort by client ID, that's fine too. So if I now choose OK, it's going to grab that data off the server, won't just use the data we've got visible here, grab it off the server, and I will go and call it current. And go save. That'll put it onto the desktop here, and if I click on it and view, there we go, there's the information there. We've got the client ID showing who they are for those two particular ones, and the headers, the CRMHaven headers, and the information there, the values underneath. Now that can export as much or as little as you want. You can be flexible, you can choose whatever headings you want. You can choose the different headings you want to display if you're choosing the current fields by just coming down here, checking the ones you want. You can change the order if you want by dragging fields around and choosing any additional fields you may want. So that is how we export our client data out of CRMHaven. I hope that proves useful for you, and that's all. Thank you and goodbye.